Good morning, I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, and you're listening to Earthcast, SOS.com. Hooray for 19 Intrepid senators who exposed the web of denial, blocking action on the climate in crisis. The Senate Web of Denial resolution fingers the destructive forces of the fossil fuel industry that funded climate denial. Championed by Senators Whitehouse, Markley, Schatz, Boxer, Merkley, Warren, Sanders, and Franken, the resolution condemns hashtag Web of Denial and interconnected groups funded by the Koch brothers, major fossil fuel companies like ExxonMobil and Peabody Coal, identity scrubbing groups like the Donors Trust and Donors Capital and their allies that developed and executed a massive campaign to deceive the American public on the climate in crisis and prevent climate action to protect their bottom lines. Joined in the House of Representatives by Ted Lieu, California Democrat, these champions for climate action and accountability in the Senate are calling out the use of think tanks and deniers for hire front groups to create doubt on climate science. Think tanks and front groups involved in climate denial include the American Legislative Exchange Council, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Heritage Foundation, Competitive Enterprise Institute, the Koch's Americans for Prosperity, the Heartland Institute, and more. Infuriatingly, these groups, funded by the fossil fuel industry, have confused the public and infiltrated the political system. The fact that 30 billion mature pines and spruce across western North America have died from warm temperatures and epidemics of native bark beetles over the past 15 years is stunning. My colleagues at the National Center for Atmospheric Research now predict large swaths of the Pacific Ocean will be void of oxygen, including around Hawaii and the west coast of the mainland by 2030. That's 14 years from now. That's staggering. The fact that NOAA has recorded 53% of the free-swimming snails with shells dissolving or melting because the Pacific Ocean has increased in acidity that much is frightening. The fact forests are dying on all forested continents from heat waves, droughts, and insect epidemics is shocking. Unprecedented missing Arctic sea ice and an Arctic polar jet stream gone berserk for the first time ever, crossing the thick, hot, tropical air masses of the equator and joining with the Antarctic polar jet stream, so summer leaks into winter and vice versa, is terrifying. And the latest news that mega swaths of Western Australian kelp forests in the Indian Ocean died from a 2011 marine heat wave of 4.5 degrees Fahrenheit above maximum long-term average, and there's no sign of recovery, is heartbreaking. Habitat gone. Critters gone. That's 1,200 miles of coastline in Western Australia. And then this week, 22,000 acres of dead Gulf of Carpentaria mangroves in the Northern Territory and Queensland because of intense, prolonged droughts on top of over half of the largest reef left in the world, the Great Barrier Reef, dying along the northern 600 miles, is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. The global economy is a wholly owned subsidiary of the environment. These are shocking patterns of what's ahead. Shame on any politician who denies nature has collapsed. If nature dies, we die, and she's dying at an unprecedented rate on land and under the sea. Is anyone listening? Please switch to a plant-based diet. It's healthy, it's easy, it's water smart, and it's compassionate. Because animal agriculture contributes over 18% to the climate-altering greenhouse gases. And that's more than all transportation globally. Hashtag love is the solution. Earthcast SOS depends upon you, the listeners. So come on to drreese.com. Don't be shy. DRREESE.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click on that donate button and pick yourself up any number of terrific books on bees, trees, seas, wild weather, or life, the wonder of it all. Just do it. drreese.com. I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, reminding you to protect our planet.